And to be honest with you, we're going to honor the manifesto because Nays put it out this weekend when Marsh was going deep. Last couple nights, Brandon's been like 1 for 7, 1 for 8. But if we're being honest, Phillies got off to a slow start. The one constant kind of in that lineup has been Brandon Marsh from jump, and we're going to dive into it. He has turned himself into a really fantastic ball player on both sides of the ball, consistent in what he tries to do at the plate. He's gotten way more aggressive. The chase rate's up, but the numbers are way better. And we all love Brandon Marsh when he comes out to get ready for a game because he brings the big beard, the wet hair. He's got to wet it all down. He's got the skits, but he shows up. Okay, I'm taking you back to August 2nd, 2022. This was an interesting trade. Logan O'Hoppe, when this deal was made, I remember this because Phil Nevin was the manager of the Angels at the time. The Angels were super sad to watch Brandon Marsh walk out the door, but super excited for Logan O'Hoppe and what he was bringing to the table. When you looked at this trade at the time, it was like huge upside play for the Angels, and we don't know what we got in Philly. Well, I mean, do the math over the trade. This has been a huge Philly win right now. Logan hasn't gotten it necessarily going yet. It's been nicked up with injuries. Marsh has been a constant for the Phillies. So I want to dive in and love on him a little bit. I'm going to take you to over the weekend against the White Sox when he went homers in all 3 games. Anthony Kay on the bump right here. Gets him into a 2-0 count. Spits on a high cutter, 2-1. Back into count leverage. All right, I took it. I took it 2-0. I don't take it 3-1. You don't want to walk me. Left on left, and I take you deep. Then I pull off an ambush the next day. Bottom of the 6th, 6-2 game. You know you're getting a heater to get it started. He's got a 5-run lead. You cheat to it, and you pull it for a bomb. And then next day, little heater outside. We take it. We get out and around something. In at-bat adjustments, right? We get out and around something. What are we doing? We're staying back a little bit longer on the next pitch. Did you know he had the opposite field power? Run that back for me a little bit. He reminds me lower half. You're seeing a lot of guys sink into their legs. He's not a guy that keeps this front shoulder square and kind of, we talk about this all the time. Sean Casey used to say, you want to rock the baby. You don't want to get rotational with it. Well, some guys get rotational up top. He's one of them, kind of like Juan Soto. But they're able to present the barrel right here. Go. Into the leg strong and still drive that out the other way. Pretty impressive. Okay, this is a large sample size. This is since May of last year. Take a look at the numbers. It's Yandy Diaz and Brandon Marsh batting average-wise. Jeremy Pena, Luis Arraez, Jacob Wilson, and Jonathan Aranda. Hot change me to a BABIP board. Robert, you know what BABIP is.
Absolutely. We don't need to waste.
Highest career batting average on balls in play. Let this sink in a little bit. We got Rogers Hornsby, Ty Cobb,
wild.
Rod Carew. I don't know, Austin Jackson just decided to show up on this one, but Brandon Marsh at 375. So if he puts the ball in play, it's usually a knock for him.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Crazy stat. What I love about him as well, too, extra base machine, works the ball all over the lot. I'm going to take you through a few of them. Here's Dylan Cease, little changeup that hangs up there. His barrel is in the zone for an extended period of time, and he's able to work the ball around. He's got the ability to hit some bad pitches. That's an 0-2 count against Logan Webb. Let me shoot something down the line for a double. Likes to play with the opposite field gap, handling left on left. But the thing I see the most when I watch Brandon Marsh, he's aggressive, but he understands the strike zone. But his barrel is in the zone for an extended period of time, and he makes a ton of contact. Next board right here, he works the entire yard. 2026 splits by direction. You see it, pull, 441, 712 slug. Doesn't discriminate. Opposite field, 400 with a 733. I know we have a spray chart.
That's similar to mine.
Lauren Shahadi's spray chart literally is like all these orange, with all these bubbles would be right here. Grounder to third, 5-3. Pay your clubhouse dues, and we'll keep it moving. Has he done anything different at the plate with his setup? A little bit. I'm going to take you through a Michael Lorenzo. We're going to get into some homers right here. Look at 0-2, tries to sneak cheese past a rat, 93. Thought it was away, he misses in, and he takes him second deck in Colorado. He's got 8 bombs to go with a 327 batting average. Little pull a foul against Edward Cabrera. Like I said, gets out and around stuff, stays back a little bit longer, thinks big part of the field, and goes 10 rows deep. How about Mike Soroka? High cutter up top. This is the stuff I like. Run that back for me. Pause it. Tell the 16U kids, you put in all the time and effort behind the scenes to do what? When the game starts is to get you in a count where you don't have to think, right? 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. I know they'll occasionally flip you something off speed, but I'm telling you right here in this situation, you're all in and you're not coming off a fastball. So he's bought himself a chance to get aggressive, but what I love, he doesn't get overly aggressive. He knows he can drive the ball out to the opposite field at Citizens Bank. This is perfection. That's perfection. He's running around the bases, opposite field, 2-run homer, 3-run homer in that moment. Just feeling himself into his legs, stays through it in a long period of time and drives it out. He's closed his stance since 2023. Started a little bit open, a little wider when he first broke in. Now he's closed it up a little bit. I know we have front angles and side angles. Let's take a look at those real quick. And you can see it. And we've chronicled this stuff with every hitter across the landscape. They'll make minor adjustments throughout their career. I think in the side angle, you see it.
Too.
He looks bigger to you?
Yeah, I don't know if it's the uniform because they're different uniform, but he just looks like bigger.
The one thing I notice you see in the side angle.
Wow.
Pause. Look at the belt buckle. The belt buckle is facing right at me.
Yeah.
You're seeing a lot of guys preset that back hip. His belt buckle is almost facing the catcher. They're getting into that preset where I am stacked on the inside of my back leg. Nothing's drifting beyond this foot. I am staying grounded into my legs, and they're down. Run this. Pause. Run that back for me right there. I mean, he's just in a more powerful position in 26 than he is in 23. Run it. Boom. Wow. Leaders on 95+ mile-an-hour pitches. There he is. Dominic Smith, top of the list, 483. There's Brandon Marsh. And look at the slug. Nays wants me to show you the drop note. 414 average versus fastballs in 2026. Second highest in a season since 2008.
He has
Brandon Marsh, get your stuff
really
ready.
good hitter.
Going to an all-star game. He doesn't even have to check. You don't have to check into a hotel.
Right, stay at the bank.
Or ride the train, which is apparently what I'm doing.
And you know what? Over the years, he's played some center. He's played some left. We don't really know. But the numbers support that in left field. DRS-wise, this guy can play.
Yeah.
So give me that last board. We'll get out of here. But he's looking like an all-star for the Phillies. He's been their most constant. We did a Rosarena yesterday.
Yeah.
Kind of the most consistent. Stephen Kwan. I mean, what is that? He's double everybody. Ian Happ, and then who shows up on? Brandon Marsh, 21 DRS right there since the start of 2022. Eric Nays pulled that off while he was.
So Brandon Marsh is not the only one winning, is what you're saying. Nays is winning as well.
Nays is already winning.
Stars.
Absolutely.
Everywhere.